Well, hello, good morning. Guess what? We have a project. That's right, we have a plant project. But let me tell you how this project came about. It's my fault. It's my fault. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is my Dieffenbachia, my dumb cane, one of them. I have another one over there. And I started these as one plant baby. And when they got really big, I got anxious. And so you can see here, I have yellowing of the leaf. And I've taken off other leaves. And I know exactly what the problem is. The problem is that when I transferred it into this large pot, I wasn't thinking of my soil medium, right? Because I did drill extra holes in the pot. I should have drilled more. It's not too late, okay? It's on the to-do list. But since I'm working with what I'm working with, I'm just going to flip this baby over. First, we're going to just get rid of this. We're going to get our piece back. Now, I know I should wear gloves because these are poisonous. Research them. Look them up. You'll find out the wicked little things that people did with these plants. But that's not what I'm going to tell you. All right? And so I'm taking her off and I'm getting my piece back. And I'm just going to start getting to work. I'm going to empty her out of this and I'm going to do a chop. Now, oh my God, I know what you guys are thinking. Why would you chop in the fall? Because I want to. They're indoor plants. I'm giving them what they need. It shouldn't hurt them. So I'm going to chop her here and put this whole piece in a new pot. And then I'm going to chop additional pieces and regrow them. And when I get new plants, put them back in the pot and make them full. So come on, let's get busy with this stuff. All right, we're learning together. This is what happens when you're only, how many years I'm into plants? 4 years into plants. I'm still learning. And this was one of my first plants. Okay, I received about 4 or 5 plants, and this was in the list of plants that was given to me. All right, and so my first set of learned lessons. I'll be back. All right, so I did some work off camera just to save some video time. And so far, I did a chop. So I chopped this down, which was the main. Okay, and so we're going to put her in this pot, okay? Then I chopped the top, and I'm going to put her in another pot. I have to get one, right? I was going to put her in, I could put her in water as well, but I'm not sure. I normally just stick her in dirt, right? And then for the middle sections, I cut up small pieces, which will grow new plants, okay? And so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare the open wound where I cut, I don't know, where I cut by using aloe vera. I've already put peroxide on my shears. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of aloe vera. See what happens when you grow your own plants and stuff? You just pull from your own aloe vera. Cut the ends off. You know, the pointy part, you got to cut them off. Okay? Then you open it up. I hate gloves. And you got the juice inside. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to rub it on the bottom. And I'm going to do the same for these. Bottom and top. I mean, anybody think planting is calming? You know, when my anxieties are high or when I'm stressed, even when I'm bored, I always have something to do with these plants. Last night I was messing with my alocasia because those are one of my hardest plants to keep alive. And I'm so proud of myself that I have 3 in here. I have a capria, I have a lowrider, and I have a poly. And so far they are all doing so well. And I cannot complain. All right. So the aloe is on. All right, so we're going to let those sit there. Oh, not this one. We need to get the aloe in this as well. Okay. And put my pieces over there. Get rid of the aloe. Now I've already started putting the substrate in, and what I used is some charcoal, some perlite, some orchid bark, and I'm going to put a little bit of soil. What I don't want to happen is I want more chunky than soil, you know, as close to soil as possible, but with some soil. And so I'm going to go with that to start this plant out, and I'm going to stick her in here. I measured her root ball. I don't want, ooh, I don't think this pot is deep enough because look how high her roots come. This is a problem. I have to dig her deeper, so I'm gonna have to take some of this dirt out, okay? And dig her a little deeper. Because I don't want to put her in too big of a pot because her roots are already tired from sitting in all that moist soil. So she's gonna be low in the pot, which tells me, hopefully I'll be taking her back out of this in the spring. That's what I'm hoping. Oh my God. I don't think I have a deeper pot. I'm gonna have to go with this, and I don't wanna cut this root off. I really, really don't. There's gonna be no dirt down here. What the hell? Okay, let's go with that. We're just gonna have to work with this until the spring, my friend. Okay? So we're gonna backfill with this mix I have. No need for you to watch me do this. I'm going to speed this up. Okay, now I have to figure out what I'm going to put this in. Now, being that it doesn't have a root ball, it's nothing to measure to determine what it should go in, right? And so I was thinking of putting it in this. I know this looks crazy, but I do not want it to drown, right? So let me see how it's going to work. Oh, you know what? This is going to need some soil. Not much. I didn't put any soil in it. I just put orchid. And think that'll work? Or you think this is too small? I don't know, guys. I think it could work. I think it could. Let's see. I'm going to speed this video up because I'm making a mess here. Okay, I have potted up those two. Now I'm on to this one, okay? Spray the roots. Okay. And I'm going to stick it in here, as this root ball is measuring about 2.5, and this is a, what is it, 3.5? This is 4, so that's good. Smallest I got, so this is what we're gonna go with, okay? Let me put some lecker balls in here because I want the soil to be the least distributed thing substrate in here, okay? So let's go with that. Let's stick her roots in here, just like that. She's going to need, oh, she has her little support bar. So, put the dirt in there. Oh, I forgot to add charcoal. So, I don't like to put the charcoal on my counter because it's black and it rubs off. And so I kind of like to pour it straight in. They say this is good. It provides the soil with good nutrients. Let me stick this in here because my friend needs support. And I need a tie wrap. Oh, I'm putting it on the wrong side, guys. Why didn't you say anything? Hello? You guys are watching me put it on the wrong side. Okay, just lean there for a minute. Lean, lean, lean. Oh, here's one. Okay. For now, just to hold you up, I'm going to stick you on here. Wait, okay? Okay. Perfect. You know, when you do this, when you cut up the plants, it's very sad, right? But then when you think about it, look at all the additional plants you're adding to your collection. This just added 3 more plants to my collection. You know how people say they have 300 plants, 400 plants, and you're wondering how the hell chop and prop, okay? And we just keep expanding and expanding and expanding. And it's a beautiful thing, okay? It's a beautiful thing. When they say to me, oh, protect nature, come to my house. Come to my house. I care about nature. I do. I'm telling you, I do. I'm gonna slap that pot like Plant Tana Man says. Make sure everything is in there. And then I'm going to have to put rocks around this. And I need another tie because these Dieffenbachias are really heavy. I mean, they might not look heavy, but they are really heavy. And so, will this work? Nope. This is what happens. I keep cutting new pieces because do that, and then we're going to cut it. I think that's good. Maybe one more because I'm paranoid and I need my baby secure, okay? I need her to know that I got her, okay? Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to add rocks for stability. Oh, I could use this one too. I should use the clear pot. I love clear pots. I'm going to put some rocks in here for stability and weight, because sometimes the root ball is small, but the plant's heavy. And you try to cater to the size of the plant, but you gotta worry about the root ball, because we don't want root rot. So this is what we got. All right. So let me just clean up my area and situate the plants that I've gotten together. Now these, I'm going to sit these to the side and let these callus overnight, and then I'm going to put them in some perlite. I'm going perlite, all perlite. I'm going to put them in a little box with some perlite. So here are my 3 babies. All right. This fella here is the original. All right, then we have, this was a baby growing in the pot, and this was the top half that I took off. It's heavy and it's wobbly, but I don't want to put it in too deep of a pot because it has no roots, and so I need it to root up without drowning. And I like to start my dumb canes. I always put my dumb canes, aka Dieffenbachia, right into the dirt, and I find that they do fine. So I wish these babies luck. And let me just tell you this: don't be afraid to try stuff. Right? When people say don't chop until the spring, don't do this until then, don't fertilize in the fall and the winter. Well, that would depend, right? Because if you're growing indoor plants and you're providing them with a tropical environment and they are still actively growing, then they will need some fertilizer. But I'm not a plant expert. I'm just going by what I do in here, all right? And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you what I do. But here go my babies, all right? One project down. I still have the other monster in the corner to deal with. Y'all see him. All right, but I'm not going to deal with that today. This was enough. And the other monster, she's doing actually okay. All right, so for me, she could wait. She can absolutely wait. So with that, y'all, happy planting, all right? If you come across a big project in the house or you see that your leaves are suffering and your soil is not drying out as quickly as it should, you know what to do. Chop and prop. And with that, I'm out, y'all. I need to stop and drink this coffee because I done heated it up twice. I'm out. Bye, y'all.